When shocking news from Paris shook the international entertainment world, one of the first people to react with a proud smile was Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS who is also known as the close friend of Kim Taehyung, or V. In a rare moment, Jungkook shared his feelings through a short message that touched armies around the world. "I'm not surprised anymore," he said with a joking yet meaningful tone. "That's Taehyung. He's always been different. The world's just realizing it now." That simple statement perfectly captured the depth of their friendship. Since their trainee days, Jungkook has always seen Taehyung as someone full of color, a person unafraid to experiment with style, expression, and ways of thinking. Now, in 2025, the world is finally witnessing what Jungkook has seen all along, a true star who transcends boundaries as an artist, icon, and global phenomenon. When the Hybe CEO officially confirmed that BTS's V became the highest-paid artist at the 2025 Celine fashion show in Paris, the news dominated entertainment headlines for days. But for Jungkook, it wasn't about the numbers. It was proof that the friend who once shared instant noodles with him in a tiny Seoul dorm was now standing alongside Hollywood stars and global fashion icons. Hyung always said that art isn't about how many people see you, but about how deeply you make them feel something, Jungkook revealed in a Korean media interview. And that night, I think everyone in Paris felt Taehyung's charm. Indeed, Paris was never the same after that night. When BTS's V stepped into the flood of camera flashes and global attention, the atmosphere at the Celine Fashion Show 2025 transformed into an unprecedented euphoria. The fashion world, usually so rigid and exclusive, suddenly felt alive with the presence of a mesmerizing Korean man whose soft yet mysterious gaze captivated everyone. Kim Taehyung. The Hybe CEO reinforced the sensation in an exclusive interview that went viral across Korean platforms. He calmly stated, "Taehyung didn't come just as a guest star. He came as a global icon who carries his own brand value." That sentence exploded across social media. The hashtags #V the luxury icon and #Taehyung Celine show dominated global trends, creating a digital storm the fashion world had never seen before. In less than 24 hours, more than 2.5 million posts flooded various platforms discussing one thing: Taehyung in Paris. Reports from Korean media confirmed a fact that left the public even more astonished. Taehyung was the only K-pop artist at the event to receive a record-breaking fee, even surpassing several Hollywood celebrities in attendance. The amount was staggering, reportedly $1.2 million for just one day of appearance, excluding media exposure bonuses and exclusive digital rights. But that wasn't all. An internal source from Celine revealed that Taehyung's presence boosted the show's media value and exposure by 37% in a single day. A remarkable figure, even by Celine's high standards. A renowned Parisian fashion editor coined a term that has since become a new legend in the fashion world: the golden walk, the golden step that changed everything. That night, Taehyung appeared in a classic leather jacket with avant-garde cuts, custom designed by Hybe CEO, Celine's creative director. The outfit was made exclusively for him, not for sale, and one of a kind. Its estimated value exceeded $100,000, yet the aura he brought to it was priceless. An eyewitness described the moment Taehyung entered the venue. The moment he appeared, the entire room went silent. It felt like every light turned toward him. Even the photographers scrambled for the best spot just to capture the moment he looked into the camera. And indeed, those photos became history. Thousands of posts on Twitter, Weibo, and TikTok showed Taehyung walking confidently, radiating charisma, as if the runway belonged to him. As fashion journalist Elise Lauren immortalized it, Taehyung didn't walk on the runway, he walked like he owned it. Jungkook couldn't hide his pride. During a live broadcast a few days after the event, he smiled and said, "I watched the video over and over again. It felt like watching a movie. Hyung isn't just a model, he's walking art." His words went viral, trending on Korean social media platforms and proving how deeply he admired his friend. behind all the glamour, few knew that Taehyung also served as a creative consultant for Celine's latest collection. According to Dispatch and Neighbor Entertainment, he even offered design input that was incorporated into one of the show's main pieces. This demonstrated that his role went beyond being the face of the brand. He was a true artist behind the scenes. For the fashion world, the presence of a K-pop idol with such deep artistic influence was unprecedented. Several international stylists even dubbed Taehyung the modern luxury muse, placing him alongside icons like David Bowie and Prince, both known for their artistic courage and unmatched visual charisma. The Hybe CEO added, "We can no longer measure Taehyung simply as an idol. He's a global asset, and every step he takes has real economic impact." And that statement was far from empty. Within hours of the Celine event ending, Celine's product sales skyrocketed, and the brand's official website recorded a 500% increase in visitors from Asia. The fashion world called it the Taehyung effect, the phenomenon where one person's presence can shift an entire industry. Yet despite all the luxury and astonishing records, Taehyung remained the same: calm, elegant, and humble. In a brief interview with a French journalist after the show, he quietly said, "I didn't come for the numbers. I came for the art." That line became the most viral fashion quote of the week, reflecting the maturity and sincerity of a man who never chases fame, yet is always followed by it. To Jungkook, those words were unsurprising. "He's always been like that," he said softly. "Hyung has his own way of seeing the world. He never chases the spotlight, but the spotlight always finds him." Even during their trainee years at Big Hit, Jungkook recalled how Taehyung would talk about art, colors, and human expression. Sometimes he'd suddenly say weird things like, "Look at that shadow on the floor, isn't it beautiful?" And I'd just laugh. But now I understand. He sees the world differently. That unique perspective is what has now brought Taehyung to the peak of the fashion world, sitting alongside global icons and conversing comfortably with the CEO of LVMH, the conglomerate that owns Celine, Dior, and Louis Vuitton. Witnesses even reported that their interaction appeared so friendly that rumors began to spread about a major collaboration in 2026, where Taehyung might become the first Asian face of Celine's global campaign. If true, it would mark a historic milestone, not only for BTS, but for the entire Asian fashion industry. Meanwhile, Jungkook, known for his close bond with Taehyung, said his friend's success also deeply inspired him. "I always tell myself that if Hyung can keep growing without losing himself, then I can too," he said. "He's not just my friend, he's my role model." Those words touched many fans, especially those who have followed BTS from the beginning. From young dreamers in a cramped dorm to world-renowned figures, they've grown together, side by side. Back in Paris, an insider from Celine revealed that Taehyung received the highest VIP treatment during his stay. He was housed in an exclusive hotel with top-tier security, escorted by Celine's own team, and provided with a private lounge before and after the show. Proof that his status wasn't that of a guest star, but the main star of the event. Not only were fans captivated, even global fashion photographers admitted they had never witnessed such a commanding presence. He has something indescribable. "The moment he appeared, everyone stopped talking," said one photographer from Le Monde. Outside the venue, thousands of fans waited in the cold Paris rain just to catch a glimpse of BTS's V. When his black car pulled up and the door opened, the crowd erupted in cheers like a concert. The Celine storm effect was undeniably real that night. Within hours after the event, the keyword, Taehyung Celine Show, topped global search trends. His videos amassed tens of millions of views, and fans even created montages comparing Taehyung's style to that of classic icons like James Dean. One netizen wrote, "He's not just a K-pop star, he's the star of a new era." He doesn't adapt to the fashion world, the fashion world adapts to him. And indeed, that's true. The fashion world now recognizes Taehyung as a symbol of elegance, exclusivity, and artistic freedom. Jungkook, who reportedly sent a private congratulatory message, closed his public statement with words that moved fans to tears. "I think the world finally sees what I see every day. That's not just my Taehyung Hyung, that's Taehyung the legend." It was the perfect ending to the story of two friends who have conquered the world in their own ways. One remains devoted to music, the other explores the world of fashion, but both are united by one thing: their love for art and their courage to stay true to themselves. Now, as Kim Taehyung's name continues to echo across the international stage, one thing is clear: he's no longer just a Korean icon, but a global one. A man who didn't come chasing fame, but came to show the world that true charisma can't be bought. It can only be felt. As fans everywhere filled the internet with admiration, he didn't come to attend the fashion show, because he is the fashion show. And behind it all, somewhere, Jungkook smiles proudly, knowing that his old friend from their trainee days has now become a part of fashion history.